The Adeptus Sororitas are best known for the Order's militant, the Sisters of Battle, women clad in powered armor marching across the galaxy singing hymns of war and righteousness as they cleanse the Imperium of heresy and corruption. However, the institution as a whole comprises numerous sections including many non-militant orders. Today, this Historder intends to educate you on the matter of Sister Hospitallers and their vitally important work. The Order's Hospitaller, also known as the Sisters Hospitaller, is an institution amongst institutions that holds nearly no equal in the wider Imperium. Its primary purpose is dedicated to that of medical care. Often this purpose can be executed in many ways. Combat surgeons, physicians, nurses, aides, and even individuals responsible for mortuary affairs can find themselves under the Hospitaller's umbrella. Orders falling under the Hospitaller operate all throughout the galaxy, not just alongside the Order's militant, but within the Astra Militarum, Inquisition, Imperial Navy, and beyond. Where the faithful suffer, there is almost always a Sister Hospitaller around to alleviate the pain. If the unleashes a bioweapon in the heart of a civilized world, the Order's Hospitaller, under inquisitorial supervision, will arrive in short order to study the new pathogen and ultimately eradicate it. Should the Astra Militarum embark on a campaign to reclaim a lost hive, Sister Hospitallers will work aboard warships and on the ground to tend to the wounded. Should an unforeseen disaster take an agri-world, Sister Hospitallers will rush to the scene the moment they catch wind of the crisis. Even the low and destitute members of society are not beyond their care. Indentured servants working off debts to guilds and noble houses, should their masters permit, will be attended by volunteering nursemaids. Furthermore, Sister Hospitallers can be found working in various charities and hospitals throughout the Imperium. In all, even the field chirurgeons and medicae trained by the Munitorum must bow their heads to the Order's Hospitaller and the brilliant women therein. Furthermore, the Hospitaller is as much a scholarly institution as it is a healthcare provider. Like the Officio Medicae, it studies pathogens, the effects of Xenos weaponry on the human body, curses wrought by the and beyond in the name of tending to those in need. A few noteworthy examples could be the Hospitaller's cooperation with the Inquisitorial Ordo Sepultura in containing and combating bioweapons, its work with the Order's Famulus in mapping bloodlines to help prevent mutations, its vast libraries and collections of tomes written by nursemaids of the past, and even its records on Xenos physiology. Simultaneously, the Hospitaller is known to take up arms in times of great strife. There are plenty of recorded instances in which nursemaids have picked up stubbers, lasguns, and beyond in the name of safeguarding their field hospitals against heretics who underestimate them. Recall that not every member of the Adeptus Sororitas is a Sister of Battle, but every Sororitas is more than versed in the craft of death. There are instances whereby the Order's Hospitaller will employ its nigh unparalleled expertise to prolong the suffering of blasphemers. Confessors will rely on nursemaids to replace devastated organs, reattach mangled limbs, and stem the bleeding of great gashes during interrogations. One particular order, the Order of the Silent Vow, maintains a permanent contingent within the militant Order of the Valorous Heart. They specialize in forcible life extension and pain amplification. Some theorize that they are still torturing the killers of St. Lucia to this day. Others believe that the Valorous Heart punishes the worst heretics they find by sending them to this mysterious group of women. But of course, we must now turn to the Sister Hospitallers themselves. Whilst Battle Sisters tend to be blunt, direct, and even distant from those outside the sisterhood on the battlefield, their eyes fixated solely on purgation and cleansing, nursemaids are warm and compassionate caretakers. These are women whose faith can remain undaunted even amidst the most horrid of conditions. Flooded trenches in a swampland, parasite-ridden hive sewage networks in a war against gene stealers, choking ash wastes along Armageddon Secundus's Hemlock River. It matters not. These sisters will love and care for their patients to the best of their ability and beyond. Why? Because this is what the Emperor has asked of them. From the time they were children, he gifted them with the talent of healing. Said talent was witnessed by their drillabesses, and so they were appropriately ushered into the Order's Hospitaller. With that in mind, Hospitallers also serve as spiritual counselors, often consoling their patients whilst reinforcing their faith. That kind demeanor, however, will vanish swiftly in the presence of corruption. If a Hospitaller deems a patient lacking in their faith, she won't hesitate to put them to death. In fact, it isn't uncommon for nursemaids to refuse to offer care to those they feel are undeserving of it, even if they are not heretics. It should also be noted that when it comes to those who are to be interrogated or tortured, these women cannot remain alone or unsupervised with the subject. Simply put, heretics have a habit of being sent to be judged by the Emperor before information can be extracted. Indeed, Sister Hospitallers make for excellent deliverers of pain and torment, but oversight will always be required. Sisters who venture into war to serve as surgeons receive an impressive suite of war gear. Most famously, Hospitaller carapace is issued to those who brave the hells beyond the trenches. Carapace armor is a specialized form of body armor found throughout the Imperium, composed of armoplate or, sometimes, ceramite plating molded to the body's shape. Carapace can consist of a handful of vests, or it can become the closest to power armor one can get. In some cases, Hospitallers will forego the carapace in favor of more traditional power armor, should they have the luxury to do so. Regardless, their protective suits will always remain coated in incense and unguents. Furthermore, they are sealed and treated to be resistant to toxins and chemicals in the field of battle. Hospitaller Medicae tools are a given, and this encompasses a range of items, from medicines and oils to prayer books, to surgical tools and beyond. The quality of their kits are second only to the tools of an Astartes apothecary. Hospitallers will, depending on the individual, wear rings of suffrage. These are rings designed to cause discomfort or even pain when twisted. These rings are meant to remind the women wearing them of their responsibilities and obligations to the Imperium and the Emperor. There are also, of course, the Chaplet Ecclesiasticus impurity seals utilized by the wider sisterhood. These have been covered in prior lessons. Hospitallers will, of course, arm themselves on the field of battle. Stub revolvers and bolt pistols are common, but just about any firearm isn't beyond their use depending on the circumstances. And, of course, with all that said, this concludes today's lesson.